I lead a project management style team to make sure that the deliverables as the website, the SEO, the content, the quality, the QA is all there to have that final form. So I'm trying to make sure that that big picture is there for your website, your strategy and SEO, your paid campaigns, and all the way down to your social media.
This whole website and marketing thing, if you were to break it down and say, just go start from the basics, a simple project right out of the beginning with their first time SEO, how many moving pieces are there if you included all the code and the design and the dev and so forth? How many moving pieces in a simple project are there?
So in a simple project, there's definitely a lot of moving pieces that when you open the hood, I always like to consider my projects that I'm working on here I actually tell the employees I work with here that it is like a Rolex watch, and under the hood there's many gears and each one has a purpose, and it's a lot of different layers, and you've got to make sure each cogwheel is greased and working. So that's actually my passion, is to jump in there and make sure that I'm like an octopus on each project, making sure that all those dots are connected from the highest level overview for our clients. So then we like to wrap it all up and what I consider button it up. I love using that term. Let's button it all up, show it to the client, see what they think, get the feedback, take that back and nail it and get that out there. So while it's a lot of moving pieces, I think that with good project management, it can be managed, and we try to make it hands-free for the client.
I know you're juggling a lot of human beings, a lot of moving pieces. And how much does prioritization, which means we need to know the client's end goal of all of the things that we could be working on versus what's available to work on, how much does prioritization play a role in your, you know, daily activities with all these different humans?
Yeah. So we prioritize based mostly on the client needs. Every day there's going to be something different. And it's that's actually one of my most useful times spent, is to help prioritize these things. So prioritization for me is getting your product out there immediately with a stood up version. I like to call it your version one. And from there it
Not your
takes
forever home.
right, exactly. From there, it takes on Aviv 1.1, 1.2, when we jump to 2.0, and then we jump to 3.0. I like to think that a website really has a 2-year life cycle on it. So the prioritization comes for me is getting the product out there, getting the pages ranking along with your website, making sure that everything is working on mobile, on the desktop properly. So we have a very stringent QA team here to make sure that all screen sizes are taken care of. So we have a high priority there as well. Quality, quality, quality. It's a little bit like Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen with our QA team, and you can hear him back there, no, send it back. So I love that. And that's one of our highest priorities.
I feel like it's getting smaller. Like, you know, we're having to iterate, we're having to evolve, we're having to change way faster now than we were maybe 4 years ago when we were building websites. So what are some of the reasons or things that cause a website to only have a 2-year cycle as far as technology advancements and so forth?
Well, I would say that the first is the platforms and the art styles move quickly. So first is the design. The designs in this day and age, they seem to catch more eyes as they come out every 2 years. There's new styles, new techniques that people are using, new 3D animations. So HTML5 was released a few years ago. There's just a whole world of ever-changing events. I would say one of the biggest shifts, though, is the AI being built into sites. So we are able to do chat bots with AI. We are able to do recording feedback with AI. And a lot of that is going to take a life cycle of its own here, with your website as the vehicle to use these tools. So if you want to be able to monitor your calls and your conversions with your sales staff, you're going to have that going forward with AI tools that are monitoring it through your Service Titan or your CallRail or whatever it may be that you're using on your site. You're going to have chat boxes that can instantly respond to customers with intelligent responses, book the deal for you, get it all the way into your CRM. So I would say also with that, we're seeing new mobile techniques being used all the time, really eye-catching designs. I'm going to bring it back to the designs for a second, where the designs are constantly changing. You're seeing more bold, bright designs. You're seeing more interactive designs, lighter weight designs that are
Lighter
easy
weight.
on the devices, faster, and more to the point. You're seeing less is more approach coming now,
That's
where
what
the
I
site, yeah, where the sites that are more clean and easy to navigate are becoming superior versus maybe 2010 when we were doing Flash websites, right?
that-
So all types of changes going on that require you to, if you want to convert, you have to stay on top of it. People are smart these days. It's 2024. They know when a website's been abandoned or has been left behind. And it speaks to the quality of what they might expect from your work. If you don't take your website serious, do you take your tools serious? Are they out of date? Is your strategy or your teachings out of date for your technicians? So I feel like having an up-to-date website is a statement to your clients that we are taking everything serious, including our own branding, website, et cetera, et cetera.